Hi. I haven't been on Facebook Live for a really long time. It's long overdue. I got a question recently and it was, Lauren, how can I increase my feelings of power in a practical way so that I project that power externally? And this question was bloody gold, and the answer came to me straight away. I was like, right, this is something that you can do. But rather than leaving it in that private email, I thought that you all might want to hear how I responded to that and what you can do to project that power externally. So the key with any feeling that you want to feel is to move or reposition your body in a way that accesses that feeling or embodies that feeling. It's so simple and constantly overlooked. We sit there passively going, I want to feel this thing and I just want it to come to me. I just want to feel confident. I just want to feel empowered. I just want to feel liberated. Until we actually hold our body in that empowered, liberated way, we are butting up against everything else. You can sit there and wish to feel a certain way, but until you change your body and put it in that position, there's going to be incongruence. There's going to be a disconnect. So if you want to feel your power, you need to hold your body in a way that feels empowering and powerful. You going into fetal position is not you being empowered. It might be necessary, but if you want to feel power, it's probably not going to be the way that you do that. Neither is like your shoulders being forward and your jaw being tight and your groin being completely locked together. Those usually aren't, but that usually isn't the way that people say that they feel empowered. So I'm going to show you now. All right, so in my room, I'm standing in front of basically a full-length mirror. And what I said in this email was, first of all, shoulders down and back, neck up a little bit, open jaw, and soften your knees. If you want to feel powerful, you don't want to be robotic. You want to be soft and supple, but strong at the same time. So excuse me if I don't look at you just while I look into the mirror here. Shoulders down and back, soft jaw. Being in your power is breathing out of your mouth. You are not in your power with a locked jaw. I've got nice soft feet on the floor and I've got my pelvis gently rolled back. And what I said to the woman who asked me the question about projecting power externally was to put your hands out like this and start to rotate your hips. So what's nice about this dance, and you can turn it into a bit of a dance, what's nice about this is that it's creating a sense of welcoming, opening to receiving, but you've also got your hands out like that, which shows almost like where your personal space is, and that's really powerful. If you struggle with boundaries, if you're an overgiver, if you're a people pleaser, those lines where you end and the other person begins can be really, really blurry. So a stance like this is really, really empowering. It's powerful, and you can almost interpret it as your arms being open like that, like your willingness to give. But when your arms come back, you have a willingness to take as well. So there's balance there. It's not just giving, pushing outward from you. There's being in your power is also about calling in and drawing in. So do that for yourself in front of a mirror. Do not skip that step. Don't just say, I'm going to stand there against the wall and do this. No, do it in front of a mirror and take yourself in. Admire yourself, acknowledge yourself. And when you do it and you have your mouth open as you look in the mirror, excuse me, look at yourself and say, you are powerful. You are in your power. This is what a powerful woman looks like. Prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself that you're powerful. No one can step in and do that for you. No one is going to suddenly wake up one day and look at you, not in your power, and say, you're a powerful woman. It's not going to happen. And if it happens, you will not believe them and you won't ingest what they're saying. It's not going to reverberate. It's not going to move you. It's not going to solve the problem. You have to prove your power to yourself, and you need to do this over and over and over again. But it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be long-winded. It doesn't have to be all these different, like, you don't have to buy a $10,000 program or do all these complicated steps. You can literally look in the mirror at yourself and do a powerful pose. Now you'll notice, I haven't referenced Amy Cuddy's power pose, which is very popular still very popular in the self-help and personal development world, because it hasn't actually been scientifically proven. And what I intend to do when it comes to power and teaching women in their power is to move. There's a lot to be said for stillness, but there's a lot to be said, even more to be said, with gentle movement, with movement that you're choosing to do rather than static poses, like power poses. I think your softness could need some work, need some assistance, because when we're high achievers, when we're people pleasers, those edges get really hardened, and it's almost like they need to be buffered and softened. And movement like that, like I just showed you with your pelvis, and if you've missed it, go back and watch it when it's up, is really, really fucking powerful, because blood is not going to flow to the places that you want it to flow if you're robotic, if you're static. You need that gentle movement, and doing it in front of a mirror is like doubling the effects of it, so that you can experience power, you can experience self-intimacy, you can see yourself, you can take yourself in. It's where all the answers lie. It's where all the answers lie. But I know you've got more questions about power. I know that there are other things that you need to hear and that you need to learn about power. So I created Soft Power and ran it in May. I'm running it again now in August, in Leo season, because we all need to be seen and we all need to shine and to project that confidence. It's yours for the taking. No one's going to spoon feed it to you. I'm not going to spoon feed it to you, but I do have a way of accessing your power that I created in the Soft Power program. So it's 2 one-to-ones with me, one before the group program starts and another when the group program ends, and 4 group sessions on a Thursday night, so that you can see other women and be seen and step up and learn from them and liberate yourself and liberate them through your sharing. Like, there's no other more powerful way of doing that than us sitting together virtually at this point in time and being in our power by sharing what's going on for us and what we've learned and what we need to ask. Really, really fucking powerful. There's no other way. Total permission granting in real time. Soft Power's open. I would love for you to join. Make this your reset button, your major personal reset button before the year ends. Like, no more survival mode. No more doing it the hard, long way. No more self-sacrifice, martyr mode, people-pleasing mode to the detriment of your health and your sanity. You need this. And I really want to guide you through it. It's incredible magic. I don't want you to miss out. I really, really don't. It's open now. Go read all about it on the page and sign up. Say yes to yourself. Say yes. You don't benefit when you say no to yourself all the time. There's nothing to be learnt there, but there's a lot to be learnt from you saying yes to yourself. And the participants in May said that their learning into soft power started when they said yes. When they signed up and paid, that already they started dropping into that mode organically. I hadn't even taught them anything yet, but the work started. I thought, shit, that is just pure magic, and I want you to taste it and feel it and experience it beyond a simple power pose, because there's so much more. There always is. Come join us.